All right, it is 10/15, year 2020, so it's month October, day 15, year 2020, in the wrong CUBET. Now, when I arrived, now let's do name placement, so it's Goddess Nyx NYX, since that's my CUBET that I own in Vortex. In Vortex CUBETs, I own an area and an angel numeracy. I am one piece. I am the ovum. And then there is a male who has the appendage that I seek. The appendage of him and myself go together. We came out of the stars or the cosmos as a sigma directional signal to two different mothers. There's an old Norse Norse verse Verse spracha that says Thor's lightning bolt came down and two bolts of lightning simultaneously hit the Earth's atmosphere, and the two gods were born. I don't know the names of the Norse mythology at that level, however. Yes, Lois, what is it you want? So that is how the angel numeracies, the alpha numeracies from Alphaverse owns a vortex. It's two anatomical beings inside of a vortex, what we show, which normally we don't have to show, but here we are. It's a V, and then it's the circle around the V. That is a share of one male, one female, and that's it. Thus far, you have withheld everything from my being. Now, when my female arrived, I hit from sigma down. When I wake up every day, my eyes look, I have two eyes, and they look out, and they record everything that's in my peripheral. Every day, there's another slice of life wasted. The most expensive tax that will cause you massive death is wasting my vortex time. Now, the humans tell me when I arrive, this is what, they say this is a sphere. They say it's an SPHERE. They say it's a globe. They say it's a world. They say it's a planet named Earth. This is English Sprache 1978 for my goddess NYX CUBET that I own as Vortex Goddess owner with my other. I call the male portion, my counterpart, my other. So now, where is he? Because anything that thought it was alive on this, in my vortex timing piece, in my CUBET, I've never seen. If I have not seen it out of my own eyes, in my daily slice of life where I have to reboot for 42 years, which is like 14,970 plus slices of life wasted, looking at skins and flesh that mean absolutely fucking nothing. There's been zero that's been useful in my anatomical appearance. All you've done is grown yourself elsewhere. Because I know there's things on this that think they're important. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it. You don't exist. There will never be a space and time where anything other than myself and my male other exists. And then inside the circle, over here on the outside, there's a whole bunch of what I call flurry that I tune and I time when they come back, if they're important enough, based on their genetic sequence and based on if they're my seeds for my genetic lineage. That's how long count civilization calendar works. For all of you, all area stupids that seem to think like your genetic of whatever you woke up in is important enough that like I need to listen to you, which I don't. Difference between God and somebody who's just good looking, or God and somebody who's just an empty shell. You're just genetic. I was just downstairs, by the way, with Hector. Now, Hector Barsali, who lives next door, Italian, really respectable Italian that I really enjoyed my entire life while I was my few years that I spent here. He, by the way, sprached in my ear today. He's older now and he's on his deathbed, but he's still walking around holding his own. He said, "Hey there, Tiger." And I look at him and I go, "You know, funny you should mention that." I was like, "Why do you always call me Tiger?" I was like, "Is that because we're in like the tiger dimension whenever I'm with you?" I'm just curious. Because I was born the serpent queen that swallowed the sun. I was like, and I'm a Leo. Leo? Like, so I'm a lion. So why do you always call me Tiger? And I go, "Oh, right." And then all of a sudden, because he had looked down, there was a flash. And he moved because he wasn't in the right dimension when speaking with me. And then he looked up. I saw it was double set. And then he looked up and I said, "Hey, Hector." I said, "I know I got the tiger eye." And so he laughed and he goes, "Ah, you're a tiger." And I'm like, only in certain circles I am. Thank you. You know, and I was like, "I wish you well, Hector," you know, because again, I've always liked him, but he's one generation that needs to be requiemed properly while I'm here. I have met so few of you that need to be requiemed. It's like an accounting process for the gods. We've written about it. Some know about it. I'm in charge of it. If you are not in my daily slice of life, you don't exist, and you never will again. And there is no reward. There is no planning for you. There is no cataloging and saving any of you. Not going to happen. I met a really nice gentleman today in Bay Terra Shopping Center. Now, first day I met the gentleman, he was what I refer to as white trash, like myself. Inside of a St. Thomas t-shirt, navy blue with white lettering, reminded me of the rape that humans gave me of Jason Peter Romer, that Peter Romer paid for. Peter Romer being my father's age, so like 1947-ish. Jason being 1976. Peter Romer sent his daughter, Jennifer Moeller, and Michael Moeller to Hawaii, all expenses paid. And Jason and they sent to St. Thomas Island, which we fucking hated. I hated Jason. I hated being alone with him. I hated spending any time with him. And I hated this new whatever I was forced into. So now, that was March 27th, 1999, when that happened. Then the second day that I met this nice gentleman, he was really nasty to me the first day. Second day, he was wearing a plain white t-shirt. Today, he was wearing some other colored t-shirt, but he had an LA Dodgers hat on, navy blue with white. Or it said LA on it. So, don't know what that's about, but I thanked him for taking the time to meet with me and speak with me. That in Requiem means a lot, because he has not personally, that I'm aware of, cost me Requiem time. However, he could be a useful utility where I can help him and he can help me in getting to Nicholas. That's how my existence here amongst humans works. I own CUBET, space and time. Someone took me for granted by granting themselves Requiem information and so on and so forth, and locking me into nothing, ensuring that every slice of life that I wake up, I have no helpful utilities in my surrounding. What that does for the rest of the world is it slices and dices and shreds because none of you have been useful. The world program does not recognize you. You remember, this is what you teach yourselves that you are floating on. That is not how it works. There is a pinhole in time that he and I are here as star kings and star gods. The rest of you are, I don't know, you want to say competition, contest? I say those words, but your human cognition doesn't understand them. Because I'm already champion. I already own Vortex. I already own my space in CUBET that opened a CUBET up. And it's the only CUBET that will ever exist. That's it. That's how Requiem works. And then I have a collective consciousness for when, while I'm here and you all are fucking up somewhere on that, I have to collect the good somehow to then process them for the next. So far we have a lot of empty sleeves in this CUBET because it's just getting worse and worse. Less of you are becoming useful. More of you are becoming confused, and a lot of you are angry at all the wrong things. Because my position, color, eye color, and Mr. Brimstone is the other side. It's not an Anthony Teofrio, and it definitely is not a Jason Peter Romer. I was born, betrothed, and side-saddled in Thor and whatever, Norsha, I think, but then that gets confusing because Norsha, Norsha, is the woman with the hammer and the nail and the stone that she etches every notch of time in. And currently, I have had useless Requiem time. Not at my own doing and by my own hand, just by planning committee ensuring that I had zero success in communicating, in being found or seen by anything useful, and by keeping what I need away. That is going to cause you major genetic problems in the future. For certain.